In this video, we will learn 4 basic data types in Python. First, integer, second, float, third, string, fourth, boolean with real-time examples. So please watch this video completely. Now let's start. Now I will start with a variable name age and I'll assign some value to this variable age equal to 20. Then I will take another variable students and I'll write here 50. Now here 20 and 50 are integers, right? And what is integer? Anything that doesn't have a decimal, yes? And if it is a whole number, it is actually considered as integer data type in Python. So now here 20 and 50 are integers and now we are working with the integer data type, right? Now I would like to just print it now. Print, I want to actually know what is age, right? So I'll just use this message age is, then use comma here, then you write the name of the variable age, right? Now this will actually tell what the age is, right? So now next I will do the same thing for the next variable. So I'll write here students is, yes, it is a message. So you have to give double quote or a single quote, both are fine in Python. So you just use the name of the variable, that is students. So it has come. So you just enter, yes, next. Next, if I want to know what is the data type of this age and students, right? So in Python, we can do like that. I'll show you in a while. Now I will just say now type, right? Because I want to know the type, or I can say data type of age, right? We want to know the data type of age, right? What kind of data is age, right? So now for that, there is a method called type, which is an inbuilt method in Python. So type is a method. So here you have to just write age. Now when I do this, Python will give you the data type of this age variable, right? Similarly, I can do it for the next variable. I'll write here data type of students, right? So the variable is students. So data type of variable students. Then I will use this type method. Yes. So you have to use parentheses like this and you have to pass the variable. So what is the variable you have to pass? Okay, you have to just pass the variable name here because I want to know the data type of this variable students, right? So please do not use any double quote or single quote when you are using this type because we want to know the data type of the variable students, right? Now, next we will move on to float data type, right? So now for that, I will take another variable called weight, right? So weight, let's say I am giving 60.5, right? Now here 60.5 has a decimal, right? There is a point here, 60.5. Okay, remember in Python, anything that has a decimal is treated as float data type in Python. So now here weight is actually a float data type, right? So Python treats this as a float data type. Now I will also use another variable again, okay, and I will also make it a float data type, right? Because height, can be a float. It may have a decimal part because you may be like 5 feet tall, 5 feet 8 inch tall, right? So I'll just write here 5.9. So 5.9 is actually a decimal value. So now, yes, this is a float data type. Now I will also try to print it now. Print, I'll say print, then I'll say weight is, okay, I'll use comma, then I will use the name of the variable. What is the name of the variable? The name of the variable is weight, right? So you can just write it. And similarly, you can do it for the next height, right? Next, we can do it for the height. So it is very simple and I'm making it very simple. So please watch completely. So I'll write here height is I'll write this height now. Yes, it has come. Now just press enter now. Now I also want to know what is the data type of this weight and height, right? So you can do the same thing using type method, which is an inbuilt method in Python. So I'll write here like this: data type of weight is, I will use this type method. Okay, so when you just say type, it VS Code will show you this. Okay, so now I'll just say type and just use this parenthesis, and now I want to know the data type of what? I want to know the data type of weight, right? So you have to pass weight here. It is very simple, and I'm making it very simple. Now no semicolon here. Now similarly, I will do it for the height. So height is, I'll say data type of height is, okay, I'll use comma, and I'll use type method. Okay, so see, you have got this type method, and you have to just use this parenthesis, and here you need to know with what to be passed here, right? So now I want to know the data type of the height. So now you have to use this height variable here, and Python will just give you the data type of this height. It is so simple in Python. Now let's move on to the next data type, that is a string, right? So now for a string, I'll take a variable called name, and I will use a double quote. Remember, you can use a double quote or a single quote in Python, right? Anything that you write in a double quote or a single quote is treated as string in Python. So I'll say here, I'll write Anita, yes, and I will write here city. City is a variable here. So I'm using it here city. Let's say I'm writing Chennai here, right? Now I will do the same thing. Name is name. Next, we'll do it for the city, right? So city is, use this city, yes. And we want to know the type, right? So now I'll just, since we have done it, I will just do it only for the name, right? I want to know the type. I want to know the data type of this name, right? So to do that, I will be using, I'll be using print method, and I'll say data type of name is, okay, I want to use this type method in Python, okay, which is an inbuilt method. So type, and you just write here name, okay. I'm just doing it for the name. You can do it for the city also. Yes, it is just the same. And now we have covered four data types, right? And finally, I would like to explain something very important. So please pay attention here. Now, I just want to declare one variable here, number one, and I am assigning 20 here. Yes, another variable here, number two. Yes, and I want to, use the same thing, but this time within a double quote, right? I am actually putting this 20 in a double quote, right? So this may look same, both are 20, but when I use this double quote, okay, Python will treat it as a text. Yes, it is a number, I know, but when you are putting it inside a double quote or a single quote, Python will treat it as a string data type. Now let's see now. For this, I want to just show this now. I'll just use this type now, data type of, okay, number one, right? I want to know this. Number one, okay, is, you can give comma here, then you can use this type method, and you can just type here number one. Yes, So we are done. Now next, I'll just copy this and I'll do it for the number 2. Now yes, so now we actually want to see, right, what kind of data type it has in number 2 variable, right? Now let's see now how to run this. Okay, now to run this, save this program. You can just press Ctrl S. Yes, and now click on this run button, right? When you want to run a Python program in VS Code, you will have to come here and you have to just click on the run button here, run Python file. So click on here. Yes, so now things are very clear now. Now see, age is 20, students is 50, because it is displaying the actual value, right? Age is 20 and students is 50, right? And you can see here data type, right? I was doing this, no, data type of age. It is saying type age is actually integer. So here int is an integer. Now same thing for the students, because in the students also I have assigned 50. So 50 is also an integer. So that's why it says data type of students is this in the bracket class int. That means it is an integer. Remember this. Okay, int is an integer. Now same thing if when you do it for the weight here, 60.5 and the height is 5.9, we have got here data type of weight is float, right? So and even for the height is also float. And similarly for the name is in a double quote, right? So now name, I got it here, Anita, and city I got, and the data type is actually string for the name, right? Because I am displaying here data type of name is string. Now as I told you, we wanted to check this out, right? So now see here, number 1 is 20 and number 2 is also 20, but number 20, the second number 2 variable is actually having a 20 inside a double quote, which is why it is coming as data type of number 2. This should be number 2, right? This should be number 2. Okay, so this will be number 2, right? So number 2, data type of number 2 is actually string, right? So this actually clears what is the difference between this double quote and when you don't use a double quote, right? So in the next video we will be learning about input and output, and how we can take input from the user without assigning like this. We can just take the input from the user using an input method.